YouTube, what's going on? This is CheeseBoy628 here, and look at this, 250 subscribers. This is really awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. You motivate me to do so much with this channel, and thank you for that, because you will definitely get what you deserve. A ton of new content on this channel. It's all going to come very soon. Thank you guys so much. So anyway, what's so special about this 250 sub special is these are battles from Ozyrus' 100th tournament that he had a few weeks ago on Showdown. And knowing him from a couple of tournaments he hosted before, I definitely felt inclined to register myself on this tournament, and I decided to show you the best battles I had in this tournament. It was a double elimination tournament with 32 participants, and you had to keep using the same team you had throughout the entire tournament. So my team here is definitely a sand team, T-Tar and Hippowdon just to keep that weather strong, and I have Jellicent to counter the rain teams, and I have Magnezone to trap in some steel types. And then now looking at my opponent's team here, he definitely has a funny team there. He only has 2 OU pokes, but when you see Gorebyss, you know something's gonna go down, because that thing can be scary for smash passing. Not to mention Pikachu is actually a threat, you know, with a little bit of setup after all being fast and with Light Ball. So I'm just gonna have to watch out for all those threats he has on that side, and let's see how this battle goes. So I start with my Magnezone as he brings in his Gorebyss, and first turn he's shell smashing, and I'm like, oh shoot, but I do sub the first turn just to scout what he's doing. And so this turn I'm actually going to go for the HP Fire, because if I went for T-Bolt on that Pikachu, oh lord, that would not be good at all. So this Gorebyss is just going to go for the Surf to break my sub, and I'm just going to go for the Flash Cannon because I do not want to go for that T-Bolt against that Pikachu. So this turn I am going to go for the T-Bolt, a little bit risky to go against that Gorebyss, and now he's going to Baton Pass into Pikachu. Luckily I kind of predict that and go for the Flash Cannon. Now Pikachu is a threat, +2 everything important, but thankfully he only goes for the T-Bolt and doesn't do too much, but he gets the para, and then I get paralyzed and my Magnezone goes down. So now I bring in Donphan, and I'm hoping I can kill him off with the Ice Shard. Pikachu is frail, so thankfully I was able to take him out. So now he brings in Gorebyss again, probably trying to threaten me out with any water move, but I ain't never scared, and I just go for the Earthquake, take out that big threat being Gorebyss. Now he has an intimidating Gyarados, so I'm going to go into Hippowdon, and he's going to DD up, and I'm not too scared though because Hippowdon can probably wall him pretty well. He does go for the taunt though, so now I can't Toxic, I can't Whirlwind, I can't Stealth Rock, I cannot touch him now. So he's going to DD once again, but this time my Alakazam is pretty darn strong. I'm hoping I can do a huge chunk of damage. I am sashed, so I get down to 1 HP, and I go for the Psychic, and I do a pretty nice chunk. But he still has plenty of health left, and he's at +2 attack, +2 speed. He is a huge threat right now. So now I bring in Jellicent, and he goes for the bounce. So now I'm kind of scared. I just don't know what I'm going to do here, because I do kind of need Jellicent. So I'm going to go out to T-Tar to take the bounce, because I don't have too much faith in my Jellicent right now. And so now I'm going to go back into Jellicent, taking the Waterfall, which is fine. And what I realize here is I have to try taking a bounce with Jellicent, because I have no other way of taking him out. So he's going to go for the bounce, I just need to hope that I live. And he goes for it, and I do live! Oh my gosh, thank you Jellicent, you're so strong! Oh, that's wonderful, because now Sandstorm, Toxic, it's going to wear him down quite a bit. And he has to go for the bounce, because that's the only way he can touch my Jellicent, and thankfully Toxic and Sandstorm are wearing him down now. I'm just going to go into T-Tar because I can resist the bounce, but thankfully he misses, so that's even more beneficial toward me. He only has one more turn, so of course he's going to go for the Waterfall, so I'm just going to go right back to Jellicent. Actually, he goes for the taunt, because that is a nice play, since he knows that my Jellicent is going to come back in. Even though my Jellicent's probably not going to Toxic Stall anymore, since it's getting to close to the end of the game. But here he goes for the Draco Meteor, and my Jellicent is so strong, lives it with very little HP. Unfortunately I die from sand, but now I do a nice chunk on the Latios, and he's just at half special attack now. He's probably fearing that I'm going to Pursuit Trap him, but I don't carry Pursuit on this, as I am a defensive T-Tar being a special wall, since Sandstorm, Rock Boost, because I'm rock type, it gives him the special defense boost. But here he tricks me, oddly enough. But nonetheless, it really doesn't matter too much. All he has left is Archeops and his Hitmonlee, and they're both really offensive threats, so I need to hope that I can take him out. I go for the Ice Shard, and I just do not do enough, unfortunately. But Donphan, being so strong, takes that stab acrobatics with the Flying Gem very nicely, and I bring Archeops down to its defeatist range, which is really nice. So now he goes for the Mach Punch with his Hitmonlee, odd enough. I guess that's his best move to hit me with without getting defense drop, but here he shows the Lychee Berry, so I guess he was an Endure set, so very good that I have the Sandstorm to render that set useless. So now he brings in Archeops, finish it off with an Ice Shard, and that was a great game. So that was an excellent match, Lolliphan. So now here it is, guys. This is actually the finals battle. I made it all the way to the finals without losing once, and I'm facing the opponent who made it all the way through the loser's bracket. So here we go. I've got my Sand team here, and I see his team, and he has a ton of threats, and then Bronzong, I guess, as his wall, as well as Magnezone too. And basically, the way his team works is he has a Banded Kyurem, I believe, and it just tries to wipe out as many pokes as possible and just start tearing them apart, and then he has a bunch of pokes just able to revenge them from there. So I have to worry for that Kyurem B. I have to try taking it out as soon as possible. Let's see how this goes. So I start out with my Hippowdon just to get the weather up, and he brings in Kyurem B, and he just goes to the Outrage. He crits me and takes out my Hippowdon first turn, and I am fully defensive. I definitely know I could have taken that. And he goes to the Outrage again, because of course he's locked into it, and I go for the Flash Cannon, barely miss the KO on him, and I feel like I should preserve my Magnezone, and my Donphan does not take that hit well at all. Thankfully I'm able to revenge him with the Ice Shard, but oh my gosh, Kyurem B already did so much damage. Now this Garchomp is able to come in here, hit me with the Earthquake, oddly enough doesn't kill me thankfully, so I can just go for another Ice Shard, bring that Garchomp down to really low health. And now I'm hoping he's not Scarfed, but I make a pretty dumb play here. I bring my Alakazam already down to a Sash, so I'm a bit in a pickle right now, because now he goes for the Earthquake with his Bronzong, my Jellicent's in here, and I'm thinking I should probably go for the Skull, just to get that burn on the Bronzong, that would be nice. But now he just brings in Magnezone, and he's probably able to go for the Volt Switch to get some momentum, and that's exactly what he does. And now he's able to switch out into Weavile, which is a huge threat. It's so strong, super fast, but thankfully if it is sashed, which it's not, though, it's Life Orb, but Sandstorm will wear it down along with Life Orb, which is nice. So now I go into Alakazam just to bait the Ice Shard, and I do take it alright with Jellicent. The thing is, I don't think I can keep playing around like that. He can go for the Night Slash and do a huge chunk to anything really, I guess except for T-Tar. And the thing is, he does have Low Kick, be able to take out my T-Tar because I'm especially defensive, and then he does have the Ice Shard, and he's able to take out my Zam, and yeah, that's a 4-0 victory in his favor. So here we go, we're both at one loss. Whoever wins this battle is the winner of the tournament. I have to play around that Kyurem B. I'm going to predict him starting out with Kyurem B this time and bring in Magnezone. Hopefully I'm able to take a couple hits and take it out right away, because that's my only chance of winning. Let's see how this battle goes. So like I said, I do start out with Magnezone, and I just need to hope I can take a couple of hits from this thing. Thankfully he does get lower damage rolls this time, and I'm able to hit him with 2 Flash Cannons, and I am able to survive 2 hits, take out that Kyurem B. And so Magnezone already did enough work. He does bring in Magnezone, which I'm guessing is Scarfed, and so he does go for the Volt Switch, tries to gain momentum, but Magnezone already did work. I'm fine with foddering it now. So he goes into his Bronzong, and I think my best counter to it is T-Tar, as I do carry the Fire Blast, and so I'm going to go for that, see how much it does, and I'm going to go for the Crunch, and he did get his Rocks up, which isn't too big of a deal because I don't have anything weak to Rocks. So the Crunch does an alright amount, but Fire Blast does do more. And I do survive this Gyro Ball here, even though I got a crit with the other Gyro Ball. Stab, super effective, pretty strong, but I don't have any speed investment. And so I actually think I'm at minus speed nature. And so he goes into his Garchomp here, and he locks himself into Outrage, and Hippowdon, being my physical wall, is able to tank those hits pretty nicely and do a nice chunk with the Earthquake. Now he is confused, he doesn't want to try hitting himself in confusion, and so he does go into Bronzong. And here I just go for the slack off, get back to a nice amount of HP, which is key. And so he goes for the Earthquake here with Bronzong, not a big deal. Here I have the opportunity to set up rocks or spin. I'm going to set up the rocks because Weavile is still a factor in this game, for sure. And so I don't really feel like spinning right now. I'm going to go into Jellicent, avoid an HP Ice actually, which is really nice that I switched out. And so I'm going to have this opportunity to go for the Scald, burn him, which is really fortunate because this Earthquake will just do nothing now. And so I can actually take this time just to stall him out, go for recover, and he's just going to be able to keep going for Earthquake, but it's really doing nothing, which is amazing. And so with all this burn damage, I can just go for the Scald here, finish off this Bronzong. So it is 4-4. Pretty intense right now. Let's see how the rest of this goes. It brings in Weavile. This is a Life Orb Weavile with Life Orb and Sand. He is taking quite a bit of damage, but I can go into Hippowdon now because I can wall him pretty nicely. He goes for the Ice Shard, oddly enough. I guess that's his only stab super effective move, so he doesn't have Ice Punch, but I do take it very nicely. Now he brings in Starmie, and I'm scared of that thing. I need my Hippowdon in order to wall that Garchomp. So I'm going to fodder off my Donphan, bring in my Zam now, because I do carry the Shadow Ball. He misses the Hydro Pump, which is pretty nice. I would have lived on my Sash, but it's still pretty nice to just have my Sash still intact. Here, I guess he's not Scarfed, or he's just not fast enough in order to outspeed a 120 speed poke. Here he locks himself in a Dual Chop. I was not expecting that, but that's really cool because I have to hope that I live the Dual Chop. I do live it very nicely, able to take out that Garchomp with the Earthquake, and that was a very narrow 1-0 victory. So those were excellent battles, Lady Samantha. Thank you all for watching. You guys can see how the tournament panned out from what I display here. I print screened as much as I could, but it was a huge tournament, 32 players, so I wasn't able to get everything in there, but yeah, it's amazing to show how much Ozirus was able to do with this tournament. Thank you so much, Ozirus, for hosting this. Thank you all for watching once again. Please like if you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this 250 sub special. I knew after this tournament that it would be amazing to upload as a special in the future, and it was definitely a tournament worth remembering. So yeah guys, once again, thank you so much. Thank you for being loyal subscribers. I absolutely appreciate it. You're all amazing. Like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.